was better.
He's gonna do it.
Wait, one sec.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Speak softly, carry a big stick. Hell. That's right, kids. We've been talking about it for a while, and it seems like it was since we did in the last episode. The Devil's Reign podcast crossover, Roundtable, whatever, is here.
What's in your cup, Phil?
None of your business! That's right. I am Phil. Of course, Lilith is here.
Aye, Captain.
And of course, we have some of the panel who covered some of the Devil's Reign crossover event. Of course, we have Charlie Esser.
Hey, I'm here.
Holding it down for Doc Ock.
In
prison.
In prison where Kingpin should be.
It is New Jersey, the scum of Hyman building, so.
Got Justin already. That's right, Justin the Owl Osgood is here.
Hello, everyone.
Or should I say, Justin,
I'm a sucker for a guy with a powerful rod.
Osgood.
Same, my guy, same.
The powerful cane.
All right, and of course, it's a podcast.
Sausage King himself.
Oh, I was going to say the podcast on the planet Earth. The Ray is here.
I'm not sure how I should take that nickname, but
okay, no.
What is the name of Ferris Bueller's character? The Sausage King of Chicago. What is his name?
Oh,
that's how he gets. He says, "I'm the guy." That's like it's supposed to be Kowalski, but it's not Kowalski. Kowalski's from Michigan, not Chicago.
Yes.
But yeah, and he wants to be the. He says he's the Sausage King, and that gets him all the access.
sausage.
It's great to be here. It is my duty. It is my duty.
No, come on. We know what the nickname is. It's High Priest of Khonshu Ray, a.k.a.
Batman. My favorite character.
He just logs off instantly.
I was going to say, you can say whatever dirty thing you want about Ray. He don't care. It's just you mentioned the B word. He's just like,
Look, I tell you, I do lurk. I do lurk in We Are the Night as well. So whenever Lilith says, Ray's not going to hear this, I hear it.
I'm still going to say it. I don't care. It's funny.
Those ears are burning several time zones away.
Abe Foreman is the Sausage King of Chicago.
Look at speaking of lurkers, Russell is lurking.
Russell. Bro, I brought the freaking Mountain Dew and freaking Captain Morgan, and he's not even here. Great job, Russell.
That sounds painful. I don't know.
Whoa!
Joker.
Captain Morgan and Mountain Dew were made for each other. What are you talking about?
Wow. Okay. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Grandpa. That's what the cool kids drink.
Yeah.
The Joker.
You know what? Here, I'm just gonna say you should only be mixing vodka with a soda pop, because only vodka is a worthless.
Coming from Captain Beer down there.
Yeah. Well, beer has flavor. Beer has flavor. Rum has flavor. Whiskey has flavor.
Rum and Coke is literally a classic drink, Charlie. I'm sorry to break it to you.
I know it's a classic drink, but they're the flavors complement. I don't even know what's in Mountain Dew, and I don't know what's in Captain Morgan's either. So,
look, hey, can I ask? Speaking of mixing drinks, can I ask the fellow Americans here? Because it's been on my mind for a long time, and I went to Hawaii like a while ago for a friend's wedding. And I went to this bar with a friend, and they mixed beers. Is that common in the US?
I think that's a Hawaiian thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, what you can do you mean like
I've never heard of it.
you do a lager and a I forget what it's called, a black and tag, but it's a lager and a
right.
It's two different kinds of beers mixed together. Where one's a dark beer and one's a light beer, and they sort of form a layer. Yeah, that exists
in the US.
Actually, we always thought that was
Yeah, I thought that was an English thing.
No.
Yeah, well, I thought it was an English thing too. Yeah,
it's like Guinness and something else. That's like a
Yeah, black and tan, and people do it.
We're gonna blame that on the English. Sorry, we need to take full responsibility for that.
No one's English here. Okay, we might as well.
Yeah,
Damn you English.
Somebody get Jamie on the phone.
But I will. Yeah, I've never. I have not heard of it outside of the one instance where I know of it.
Okay.
So
because the waitress was
usually
very
it's mixing a hard liquor with a beer, but But I can. Yeah, I can see it. I can, because especially in this age of craft brews, where you have a wide palette of beers, that we can now mix the beers to make a new, as yet undiscovered beer combination. So
speaking of a wide palette
of beers.
Oh my God! the queen of the hard liquors, right there.
The hard master.
All right. So speaking of acting drunk, yes, we're here to talk Devil's Reign.
This was a long. It was the friends we made along the way. That's what Devil's Reign was.
Wait. It was long and what? It was long and what, Lilith?
Long and hard.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm just gonna say it. Osborn is better. Osborn is a much better villain as far as a power mad.
Oh, the best.
And again, it's because I mean, this is sort of this is Dark Reign Part 2, except it's on a smaller scale. It's like, oh, isn't that cute, Kingpin? You took over New York City. There are villains that have bigger vision. And if anything, I think that is the theme of the entire Devil's Reign plot. Is like, oh, isn't Kingpin cute? He took over New York City. Didn't he already run New York City? What exactly
I stand by Chip Zdarsky's vision. I will not stand for this libel and slander.
That's right, abandoned Chip. We love Chip Zdarsky here. Yeah.
I'm not faulting it. I'm just saying. When it comes to amazing villainy, Osborn did this already, and he did it better. He's just a better villain.
The rose shall rise.
Hey, just to warn our guests, Charlie Esker is a maverick. Be prepared to abandon ship at any moment.
Oh yeah, no worries. Okay, I got my finger on
that. Get your avatars ready.
I got my finger on
Here's what I'm going to say, and this is the defense of the narrative. Is I think they knew that. That's why they made Otto just kind of very dismissive of it, and quite frankly, that you have the entire Avengers Forever arc that's going on like next door. It's like, okay.
No, I know where he's going. He loves Otto.
Superior.
Yeah.
Well, Otto is.
I mean, who can blame him?
Yeah. Otto was good in this stuff as well. Yeah.
Otto was good, but like,
who will stand for Emma Frost? Who is here to stand for Emma Frost?
I am here to stand for her. I love that.
But you didn't like that, Lilith. You didn't like Emma.
I'm not an Emma Frost fan,
Oh, okay.
It was a good story, but I'm just saying she's got to have representation, but it ain't gonna be from me. Hashtag still bitter.
I mean,
Justin, you liked it though. You said
I did. That was one of my favorite moments of the whole crossover. Actually, was that 3-issue one. Yeah, I loved it.
Did it feel superfluous to anyone else? I was just like, why are they here? Send them back to the Hellfire Gala.
It seemed kind of tacked on because they wanted to like make.
Meanwhile, I don't have a Luke Cage story. What are you doing? That was my only gripe. I guess
they were going to do that Luke Cage miniseries, but instead we just got the Devil's Reign Omega.
But still, a Winter Soldier one shot and nothing for Luke Cage. I couldn't figure that out.
Yeah.
Well,
I think part of that too was Winter Soldier. They were kind of setting up some Captain America stuff too. So it was like,
they'll probably run into the Thunderbolts. If you know, you know.
Well, exactly. And that is the thing. Is like now, Luke is going to have to deal with the problem of being freaking mayor.
Thank God he's black and bulletproof, because if he wasn't,
yeah, I mean, it's like that old. It's
Perfect man for the job. You're hired.
It's the DC thing where, like, let's.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Any idea how much power I have to give up to be president? Do you know what? This is like the worst case scenario that now Luke Cage has to be mayor of New York City. It is not a nice job to have. Ask the current mayor.
Ask Bloomberg, yeah.
Yeah, but the Marvel universe is even more messed up. I mean, look who's held that office: Wilson Fisk, J. Jonah Jameson. I mean, it's not exactly the high honor,
No. Matt Murdock at one point.
So have I missed it? Who is funding? Like, so in the Amiga issue, Luke comes across like the Thunderbolt faction before he takes over them was still operating, even though Fisk was kind of defeated. So who's keeping that?
Slush fund, babe.
Okay. Just, okay. It's just sustaining itself.
They're city
I guess.
employees,
Yeah.
The city's still paying for him, I guess.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Like, until somebody finds out. Wait a minute, we've been paying for what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, probably most of them are just guys getting a
They're just trying to get that pension. They're trying to get those health benefits.
They're going to have the Thunderbolts do some road construction next.
Well, no, you just get rid of Crossbones and other Nazis that they've put in there, and then it's like, okay, maybe it won't be so bad no more.
Wait, we were paying John Walker 6 figures to make out with a symbiote? What?
Well,
Clay would appreciate that, Phil.
Yeah.
And to be fair, John Walker was like, that was your
what a waste of butter. First of all,
big leaf of respectability.
What a waste of butter.
On a really awful super villain team. Because that was the problem. It's like Fisk just doesn't control his people. He acts like he's in control, but he's like, dude, you were just so phoning it in every day.
It's because he made him work on Christmas. Ain't that right, Phil?
Oh, yeah.
That's a deep cut.
I'm just saying,
No, I'd agree with you, Charlie. I think the Kingpin did kind of lose. I mean, well, that was the whole thing as well. He was kind of his son.
Love makes you soft. That's the moral of this story. Sorry, boys.
Exactly.
Yeah, this whole thing with his son Butch.
Yep. Yeah, the Butch and just the power struggle, really.
That's me. That's me and Lilith's new theories. We're gonna have a Kingpin's sons.
War of the Kingpins.
Because
War of the Roses.
We got the Rose back.
War of the Roses. Yeah.
Oh my God! And that because the Rose showed up in that Spider-Man one shot, and Lilith and I talked to Anthony Piper. Yeah. I mean that. I mean, again, that could have just been it's like, oh hey, we have to have Spider-Man. And it's a crossover, but no, Anthony really.
Yeah. And again, because the Rose is making the classic mistake of being a supervillain and not a criminal. And for what it's worth, Butch is going to come out ahead on that because he's just a smart criminal. They don't put criminals in the raft. He's going to get his lawyers to just look. I'm just a legitimate businessman. I don't know what this crazy guy in a mask is doing. Maybe he should be held by all these various accords that we're putting to restrict vigilante craziness.
Well, I
think
you can never kill the vigilantes in New York. Are you kidding me? That's like half the city funding right there.
Well, the Rose is going through that comic book trope. He was dead and he got resurrected, so now I think he feels like he has to prove himself.
It was Mephisto.
Uncle Ben.
Yeah. Uncle Ben. Well, and again, that was freaking Dark Reign. That was, that's what Osborn did. He just resurrected a bunch of supervillains for no particular reason. Because he was like, oh, you're Mephisto? Sure, come on in. Raise a bunch of people from the dead. That's fine. Although technically it was the Hood, so it was Dormammu. So that's.
I was waiting for Mephisto to pop. I was waiting for Mephisto to pop up.
Like he's got a hard on for Matt. Can we all just agree?
Whoa!
Whoa!
Aggressive language. I apologize.
Talking about meat is so natural for Lilith.
Wait, do you mean Mephisto is all about Matt Murdock, or?
Oh yeah.
Talking about meat.
I really
Kool-Aid with a K, Ray. Kool-Aid with a K.
With a K.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that deep lore of it. As far as I know, Mephisto is all about the spiders. So,
That's just a fling. He wants Matt Murdock back.
Oh, in the late 80s, he popped up a few times. Daredevil. He's like, hey, boy, wearing my colors.
It was drugs. He came with party drugs, bro. He's like, here, take this. Let's take a trip, bud.
Memphis is like, I see somebody's in your cosplay.
New York. We'll never forget that.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure he would make the point like, hey, you beat up evildoers, I beat up evildoers. That's literally my job.
You like red? I like red.
I mean,
what did you guys think?
The devil has a real argument to be made there,
Yeah. Just speaking of Daredevil as well, and again on the Amiga issue, what did you guys think of like Daredevil and the whole funeral? And I thought he was a bit cold towards his brother Mike dying. But yeah, what did you?
Have you met Matt? He's a mess in here. He doesn't know how to process stuff. He's emotional damage. If emotional damage was a person.
And I don't know if walls are starting to break down too, because one, Mike wasn't real. He was created by some human's weird power, and then he used an Infinity Stone to give himself.
Well, Buffy loved her sister just the same and sacrificed for her. She wasn't real. So,
but I'm just wondering if now that Mike's dead, or is some of that crumbling? It's. Mike's still has memories of him, but
still was a bit cold.
Well, except now Mike gets to be Matt legally. So that's Mike, Matt gets to be Mike legally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good,
We've been down this road many times.
So now Matt gets a social security card that says Mike Murdock. So,
that is a classic Daredevil trope. He runs across a dead Matt Murdock body. He's like, hey, I'm going to fake my death for a while.
Yes, I get a vacation.
Chichester gave us that in the 90s, that Infinity War couple.
Yeah, I mean, it's what he's going to do, because he, and now he's got to go fight the Punisher, who's reforming the hand.
We got Noel in the chat.
Oh, yes, we know you have a Howard the Duck podcast. Thank you very much. But has anyone else been reading?
There's a person missing from his absence.
No.
Why is Howard the Duck not in Devil's Reign?
In Devil's Reign, absolutely. He would have been.
I mean, it was so bananas. Thunderbolts were there. Why not?
Yeah, but that's my thing.
That was my one thing. At some point. I mean, I love the
No, he's kidnapped. Moon Girl is actually hooking up with Wolverine to find him. I don't know if you know that. You saw it in the solicits. But that's where Double Dinosaur is.
But no, Howard could have been in this. That Superior 4 miniseries, as good as it was, seemed kind of out of place. Everything else was like street level. Meanwhile, Otto's like traveling the multiverse.
Listen, Otto is secretly ambushed. Marvel's ambush bug. He just pops in because he freaking feels like it.
Oh,
he's like,
Charlie,
I want to be in this crossover. I deserve it.
That would be why I love it so.
Lips on Charlie's butt, okay?
You know what it is Otto just knows what's going on, and he doesn't have time for everybody's little machinations. Because they're all little machinations. It's like, I want to rule a city.
He's got tentacles to build and banks to rob. I can appreciate that.
Well, but the thing is he wants to, what Otto wants is to understand the complexities of the multiverse. He's a pure scientist, and he just wants to understand why this universe is the way it is. And it's hard, because the more you get into it, you're more like, wow, so we're really, really in a bad spot here as an existing creature, because we exist at the pleasure of a lot of cosmic deities that really don't give a fry about us,
Oh.
And so
I feel like I need to go to the toilet now.
I don't.
Sorry, Charlie. No. I was distracted by
hearing Lilith pouring.
Sound.
Sorry, I thought that was muted.
When you think about it, it's like, wow, everybody's life is determined by these omnipotent magical beings who are just jumping across universes. And at that point, the only sane people are the ones who realize, like, oh, we just exist for something else's pleasure. We're in a world we never made, just like Howard the Duck.
The show must go on, no. What's your business?
Hang on, look, everyone. I know everyone's worked up. We just need to calm down. We need to listen to Justin's voice just for a little bit.
It's like warm what?
It's just
Finish the line, no.
That's been edited for television, I think.
Yes, Justin. What was some of your favorite parts of this?
Well, I can tell you that there was one part that made me laugh so loud and so hard. It was in Devil's Reign #1 when Fisk starts going crazy, shouting at Daredevil. And then there's that one panel where he goes, "Who are you?" And he's like shouting it right in his face. And I don't know
He's
why,
like,
but for some
I'm
reason,
blind, not deaf, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Say it, don't spray it, Fisk. Yeah,
Exactly.
just that whole panel cracked me up so much. And then in Superior 4, when Otto said, "Say my name," that also.
Daddy? I mean, Daddy? Hello?
Oh, it was so good. But I also loved all of the Spider-Woman stuff. Both of those
Yes.
Spider-Woman issues.
Can
were
we get an
really
F in the
good.
chat? F in the
Oh,
chat.
man.
It's
so
so
good.
ridiculous. It pisses me off.
Spider-Woman host, any comments?
Yeah, no, the Spider-Woman, I think tie-ins were really, really good. Carla Pacheco managed to make them, standalone-ish, and we had the obligatory appearance of Kingpin in there. But no, they were really solid. I think I enjoyed them.
A great introduction. What a waste to be canceling the book with no new #1 in sight.
I know. Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? I mean, we're
Wondered about
obviously
that.
all rooting for Thunderbolts, but like, you give a great introduction like that, and then you just waste it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've got. Is it all out action or all action?
All Out Avengers or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Another Avengers book?
I
Oh
know.
boy.
I mean, it's great for Avengers Declassified, but God, that's like what, the 4th book? I got it
Only
right.
the
Fred.
fourth. Again, I told you it's the anti-Bendis book because I think they said it's going to be mostly action and not
It's
a
like
lot of sitting around.
one-shots,
And they fight for 22 pages. No need to be invested in emotions or dialogue. Just watch somebody get pummeled to death. Yeehaw!
Blow up Avengers Mountain
America.
again.
You don't have to get invested in messy emotions or like
Wait
talking.
a minute, but let's all remember
What?
non-stop action Superman, where the action actually did
Wow.
stop. I don't even think it started. It never started. So let's just
Non-stop Spider-Man.
let's just temper our
No,
expectations.
come on, you're stepping all over my joke. Yeah, the book's going to be all action, punching people in the face, no messy emotions or anything. It's like dating Lilith.
Hey, to each his own.
Hey.
Keep it light and easy and get the hell out in the morning.
Hey, Greg McMuffin, sir.
As you do. Anyway,
Talk about a bunker.
yeah, I like Devil's Reign. It's a good story. It's got a beat. You can dance to it.
I think that it was a huge mistake to do this during the Spider-Man 60th anniversary big thing that they were doing too, though. Like, I think this needed more attention. I feel like Spider-Man definitely got more attention.
Well, again, that's the problem. That's the problem with starting an event anymore before one's even over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like we said before, that poor Anthony Piper who did the Spider-Man one shot, he had to do the Ben Reilly stuff. There's that crossover. Then he had the Devil's Reign. He had to work that in too. He was basically working between two crossovers.
Yeah.
And he still pulled it off. Oh, and
Actually,
uh-oh.
Well,
no, I just remembered this because this is the spoiler that's in this book, and I realized that I believe we see
You're
Johnny
handling that really
Storm
rough there,
playing
Charlie.
in it.
He doesn't care. He doesn't put it in bags and boards. He throws it under the couch.
That just could be propping the couch up, Ray.
Okay.
Look, I'm the one
There's going to be a copy ring on that.
It's a monster!
Oh, no.
Makes me cry every time.
How could you? Charlie?
Maybe it's not this book, but a recent book did have Johnny Storm fired. So, these things, that's one of the biggest issues. It's like this is coming out, Reckoning War is going on, Avengers Forever is going on, and they're all just sort of like at the same time ignoring each other, but acknowledging each other.
They're ignoring continuity. What is this, a DC book?
Oh,
well, no, it's like they have the continuity of the month. So, like when Spider-Man, like the new Spider-Man came out. It's like, oh my goodness, everyone hates Spider-Man now because it's Tuesday. And he blew
They're
up
making
something.
those editors work for their money because there's all these editors' blurbs now that say this story takes place before the events of Spider-Man number 528. So they're making those editors work their asses off now. Good.
Well,
Make
as
them
well
wearing
they
those
should.
paychecks.
Yes.
That's right. Make
Watch
them
it
wear
do
those
it,
damn
you know.
paychecks.
Whip.
Whoa!
You asked Denny O'Neil if he ever cared about making an editor's note. He didn't. That was his job. Thank you very much.
That's right.
Who was it? Was it a question? Was it Phil and Lilith? Were you talking to DG Chichester? Was that you guys were talking about the lack of editing notes? Maybe I got that wrong. Just that there aren't that many editing. Like you don't see as many editing notes anymore these days.
Yeah, we hardly see them anymore. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They need to be working.
Because all the crossovers. They don't care. Just give me your sweet nerd money.
That would be someone's full-time job, just keeping track of everything now. I mean, look how many books there are.
And so many assistant editors back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you made your bones, honestly. Now I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
what's your Twitter following like? You're hired.
Right. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you what I didn't like about this story was the Fantastic Four's involvement.
As you should.
A lack of or what?
Well, just the fact that they waltzed in there and like, okay, Reed and Sue, come on downtown. I thought that was so dumb. It would be the equivalent of like if the Avengers' old brick mansion was still in Manhattan. And
it's just an honor to be nominated, Justin.
Okay, break it up, everybody. You're all coming downtown, Avengers. We're locking you up. I just thought it was so stupid. And the characterizations of Reed and Sue were bad. And I felt like
T'Challa and Storm would never. That's all I'm saying.
I felt like all of those scenes between Reed and Sue in jail could have been done with Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, and they would have been so much better.
Yeah.
So but I mean,
did they really need to have them there?
None of that really mattered. All we needed was Moon Knight caving guys' eye sockets in prison. That's all we needed.
Well, that was the highlight. That was the part I liked the most.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The point was they needed to do that so Otto could get access to the Infinity Gate.
Right.
And it effectively, so yeah, the worst part of the story,
yes, I'm a MacGuffin,
is Otto said, look, Reed's got an Infinity Gate. That's what I want. So quite frankly, all you people can do whatever you're going to do, but just tell Reed and Sue they have to go to Rikers Island for a week. And they're like, okay. I mean, because Otto knows they're going to break out. Everyone knows they're going to break out in like 5 minutes.
So we needed the MacGuffin so Otto could find best friends and hopefully maybe one day a mate. So all versions of himself. Okay.
He's like Loki, you know, he's looking for that one female variant that he can,
he's met them. And
Octavia.
Octavia.
Oh,
no, she's not having any of his shit. Let me tell you that, first of all.
I mean, yeah, really.
Gotta find another one.
I just wish they would really have Ms. Marconi come back, go full supervillain, and just have them be
We need to find Aunt May. We need to find a universe where Aunt May is a Doc Ock. That's what I'm saying.
We need a clone body so Charlie can have his heart's desire. You know, he have his cake. You need it too. A Dr. Octopus and a Superior Spider-Man. I know.
Yeah.
Just go buy a horny Doombot that's on the market. It'll be okay.
How would you trust a Doombot? That guy was made.
The Doombots are competent. That's the thing.
That guy, he never even finished school.
He blew his face off and left school.
He didn't even blow his face. He got a little tiny scar. Then he took it all personal. It's like, dude,
he was heating up the lube and burned his face. He had to...
Oh my god! Hey, hang on.
No, he's all.
And that, my friend, is why you have a lotion warmer.
That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Life pro tip, boys. Life pro tip.
Gotcha.
Otto is crown chakra. That's all I'm saying.
Whoa. All right, but yeah, I touched on it briefly. But Ray, what did you think of the Moon Knight stuff?
Oh, it goes without saying it was brilliant.
Chop and change.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked at your opinion, Ray.
No, the one shot, the special Devil's Reign Moon Knight one was in particular really cool. Because I mean, I'm sure Justin, you would appreciate Man Mountain Marco
Oh, absolutely.
was brought into it.
Yeah.
But the
So
fact
good.
that Mooney infiltrated, the prison just to get to him. Right?
I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And again, it was a nice standalone.
And I didn't think that was Jed, right? That was Jed McKay again.
No.
Yeah, because it wasn't out of place at all. Because he was a little more brutal, but that's because he's locked in prison with all these guys.
Yeah. And to be honest,
former 1-800 contact spokesperson Man Mountain Marco.
Hey,
And
you know what? That guy has been doing the work since the 80s. He is. I hate what they've done to him, but I love him as a character. He is the perfect thug who never got to be who he needed to be. He is sad and pathetic, and that's what makes him good.
Absolutely.
He's just a thug. He's not here for redemption.
Yeah.
Why do people want people redeemed?
He's a classic Marvel loser villain.
Preach, brother, preach.
Yeah, he's
Look
a
at
classic
you,
Marvel
MCU.
loser villain like Paste Pot Pete.
Yes, I'm waiting for Bullet to make an appearance. I like Bullet. He's good.
Bullet, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, another loser.
Sorry.
Sorry. No, sorry, Charlie.
No, make your pay. No. I'm listening to you because I'm really enjoying your conversation.
Oh, no. Just wrapping up on the Moon Knight. I can't even remember what the other tie-in, what issue it was. Was it the Hunter's Moon one? I can't remember.
Oh, number 8 or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, when Moon Knight was incarcerated. That was good as well. It really had little to do with Devil's Reign, but,
Wait, that
You
was
need to get eyes on the Mooney.
yeah.
That was a fantastic issue by itself, too.
Yeah, no, so I can't complain about it. I mean, so the Spider-Woman and the Moon Knight issues, I think were really good. But I want to just circle back to what Charlie was saying earlier and comparing it to Dark Reign. I mean, I enjoyed Devil's Reign. I thought it was good, but I did feel it lacked a certain something as well in the fact of Kingpin being the main antagonist. Whether or not, I don't know what his... I mean, we know his motives, but whether his ambition or the ambition for the villain was big enough to make it a really exciting event. Just something seemed lacking. I don't know if you guys thought that as well.
Yeah, I mean, we were going to have that Luke Cage mini-series, and for some reason they canceled that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, what was really exciting towards the end? Sorry,
the Purple Children was a disappointment. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was just we're doing this, okay?
Yeah.
Which is all the more reason to have Jessica. Never mind.
I mean, what?
And then they're putting the purple girl in the Thunderbolts, so I don't even know. It's a weird concept in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I like the Omega and showing the formation or Luke trying to get the Thunderbolts happening. And what you're saying, Phil, about there was going to be a Luke Cage mini, that would have been just fantastic. But it seems like we've kind of missed that opportunity. And I found a lot more. I found the last issue, the Omega, actually quite interesting because it focused on Luke and his role as mayor as well. So
yeah, that's what really drove it home about that miniseries. I'm like, most of this issue was Luke. I'm like, so you had plenty of Luke material. Why didn't they put out that 3-issue miniseries?
Somebody pissed somebody off, as Twitter said.
Why did they save that to the very end? I don't get that.
Yeah, it should have.
You could have threaded that
throughout
through.
the whole. Yeah, exactly. It should have been throughout the whole arc. But it was. He was very. Sorry, Charlie.
I was going to say my take is that we're going to get all of that Luke Cage story in the Thunderbolts because it's going to be about.
Yeah, I just felt it would have strengthened this event even more if we had it during, like, at least more on Luke during the event, because it's a big thing. Like it was one of the touch points of the event, right? Having Luke elected in as mayor, but other than that, it just seemed to take a little bit of a backseat. There was a big like fighty things with Thunderbolt and everyone getting controlled by the purple people. But yeah, again, I don't know. I'm just trying to pinpoint what seemed lacking, and it just something was missing, I think.
Well, I mean, the whole thing's kind of faulty too, because I mean, Typhoid Mary could have saved us this whole mess.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, blame it on the woman, Phil. Who
Got
did
him on that
Kevin
boat. Got him on that boat in issue 1. None of this would have happened. Oh my God! Did you guys listen when we reviewed number 6? Lilith was all fired up about Wilson Fisk getting away.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, there was some heat
Yeah.
there.
So we could
It's
pop
time
up.
to fry that bacon, I say.
So we could pop up when you least expect it.
It's been too damn
Yeah,
long.
true.
He needs to be held accountable.
Yeah, so it's gonna lie low. And as you say, I'd love to see the War of the Roses, as you put it. That would be cool.
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
like the rose in theory, but like, cause like when he was like mysterious and just had the mask, that was cool. And then we found out who he was. I was just like, oh. And then we never did anything with him after that. So I'm like, oh. You
that's
know.
why I think Butch is really good because he seemed like a very interesting character. He has that compassion, or that he wanted to see Mike in the funeral and he got turned away, and they were childhood friends. So he's got a bit of a backstory, and I find him quite an interesting character.
That was
too.
cool.
He's the better of the two. Is my point. He is a guy who is up from the streets. He looks like a kingpin. You know, you can definitely see like the Rose does not look like Kingpin's son.
No.
So quite frankly,
He looked like
Minus
Steve Rogers.
the suit. Minus the suit.
yeah, I mean the Rose is like, okay, yeah. I mean you say you're Kingpin's son, but
well, yeah, like you say, Butch is a fully fleshed out character.
Are you
He came from
calling
the
Wilson
streets.
Fisk a cockhook? Are you?
Wow!
I am definitely saying that. Look, you know what? All I'm saying is that, you know, if Martha Wayne and Alfred could have had a weekend together, maybe whoever this person that Fisk likes and freaking his whatever his attaché was at the time could have had a weekend together as well. And
Batman.
the
favorite
Rose looks
character.
nothing like a Kingpin. So, you know, it's like, yeah, I don't think he's a Fisk.
Well, yeah, no, I mean,
said it. He's not a
like
Fisk.
you said, Butch looks like him. I mean, he came up from the streets. He worked his way up like Wilson Fisk did. You know, meanwhile, Richard was basically born into the money, and it's, you know, as the Rose, he's just
Silver spoon asshole. Yeah, you
well,
tell
yeah,
him.
he's the cliche rich. He's the cliche rich kid. Daddy, pay attention to me.
Yeah.
New money.
And which is why he
First
will
world
lose,
problems.
Yes.
because people like the up and comer punching up.
Yep.
You know, if you're the bad guy punching up, no one cares that you're a bad guy because you're punching another bad guy anyway. So it's like, yeah, I'm punching up, and it was, and not for nothing, it's pretty clear that Wilson favored Butch. That whatever
Because he looked like
magic,
him. That's a whole evolutionary thing right there.
and he knows this is, you know, you're clearly not the butler's kid, so I'm cool with that. You know, hey, for real, don't act like it's not a reality. You know, someone made a choice to make a skinny guy in a suit be
Vanessa
the Rose.
The Rose actually had one of my favorite lines.
Bendis.
What was that, Justin?
The Rose had one of my favorite lines in this whole crossover. He goes, I was hoping to avoid getting my hands dirty. These gloves are Mongolian cashmere. When he walks in with the knife and he's about to torch.
Oh
my.
God, you can't get any more.
I loved it.
Yeah, it's the rich
So good.
kid, you know.
It's a rich kid.
So good.
Yeah, they're setting that poor guy up for a fall. Let's be honest here. Unless they do like a twist at the end. That's like,
Yeah, he looked like he could barely hold that cannon too that he was blasting Spider-Man with, like this new wiry rich kid with this big, like 2-ton cannon. He's trying to hoist this thing around. No, you need to go back to the gym, Richard, before you can.
He's got to work on that powerful rod. Yeah.
Wow. His name is Richard.
I'm a sucker for a guy with a powerful rod.
But no, yeah, so I said it. Anthony Piper, who wrote that, he did his homework. Yeah, I mean, before he died, Richard Fisk never got his hands dirty. He always had like henchmen and
because that's what they're for, darling.
Exactly. Keep yourself at a distance.
And if there's anything to make a
No, sorry, that was.
If there's anything to make a point about Fisk, is that as Fisk has gone, much like Man Mountain Marco, he knows you gotta get into the dirt. You've got to juice. You've got to build yourself up, because you're not gonna be the strongest guy in the room eventually. And if you are the Kingpin, you've got to have the ability to push back when you're fighting Spider-Man level threats. You know, honestly, I think
not a serious threat. I hate that. Let's just be real. Come on,
He can lift 10 tons. Don't tell me it's not a threat.
That's still
Spider-Man
just
is
not enough to lift
serious
Wilson
threat
Fisk.
because
He could
Look,
throw
Because
that.
the
I'm
writers
just gonna
say
say it.
so.
He could throw that Parker luck at people. Shut up.
Yeah. Oh, the amount of times
Look, if
Spider-Man gets
Spider-Man-
like smashed by a car or falls from a height, he's like a real like bug. He just never goes away. Like,
It's like that spider in the corner of your house that just like
Yeah.
screw it.
Shakes it
I'm
off.
not
He
getting
just
the
shakes
broom
it
for
off.
that.
he shakes it
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
And
He just shakes it off.
And to be fair, it's like, Spider-Man beat up Wilson. He said, look, understand, and this was Spider-Man's big mistake, is he beat the heck out of Wilson Fisk. He says, just understand, the only reason you're alive is because I actually am holding back all the time, and I could decimate you with a moment if I wanted to.
And they
And
could have
that was, yeah.
They could have went
Not
so
believable,
far.
but okay.
They could have went so far with that, but then of course we had to have one more day.
Floating heads
no,
of
but
guilt holds him back every time. That's just what it is.
No,
Well,
well, that's
but the
after
point
that
is-
they shot. Yeah, he was like, if my aunt dies, you're next.
But my point is that after that, Wilson realized, you know what? He's right. I need to step up my game. And that was his mistake, because suddenly he couldn't just be the biggest normal dude in the room. He had to be a guy who could be thrown into a car, which we have seen in the comics, and then get up and dust himself off.
He's using that
had-
mutant growth hormone. You know he is.
He totally is juicing.
MJ.
No one is.
He's juicing.
It's like, oh wow, are you saying that some professional wrestlers may use steroids? Goodness
Hulk
me!
Hogan, never forgive that man. He should have kept his mouth closed. We all knew he didn't have to say it.
I know, but the fact of the matter, this is an active criminal, and we already know they've tested it all on Man Mountain Marco, because that's Marco's job. He's like, yeah, hey, we're gonna juice you up again. He's like, great. I hope I don't get a third penis this time.
Wow!
Hey, hang
Or
on.
maybe he hopes for it. Who knows? Don't kink shame him.
No one only has two.
Did you say third?
It's like a baby's arm holding an apple, okay?
Sounds like the illegal genetic experiments Little Hellfire's running.
But that's his job. He is a thug who goes in and tests out the new products. And then once we can
Good
stabilize
job, guys!
it, once we stabilize it on Mountain Marco, then Fisk takes it. And it's a pretty simple there's your
I don't know what's
Tastes
going
like
on.
Tang.
all I'm saying is
Never get high on your own supply. Don't you listen to Biggie? Come on.
But no, but the thing is that they've got a lot of mad scientists in this universe. They all want to do human experiments. Man Mountain Marco, he's like, yeah, I've already done a bunch of human experiments. Why not do some more? And it's
like,
Weapon
Does anybody have a serum that
has
can
left
grow
their
eyes
card on your
back?
pillow.
And but that's why we will never be rid of Man Mountain Marco. Man Mountain Marco got eaten by a dragon and came back. And that is just
I
the
thought that was
reality.
a
Yes, he did.
metaphor.
No, but it was a dragon. It was in the Agents of Atlas. He ate Man Mountain Marco.
Oh, okay.
And then Man
Oh.
Mountain Marco. Yeah. No, and it's much similar to Catman getting eaten by Monsieur, what's his name in DC,
Totally
but so there was this thing where Catman, who eventually became a
Is it Catman?
notable character.
Cats
Of course
ring.
there's a
Yeah,
Catman.
there's definitely a cat.
There's
there.
Wildcat and then there's Catman.
I know
There's a whole
Wildcat.
thing.
Monsieur
but I never
Mala,
knew there was
Monsieur
a
Mala,
Catman.
Monsieur Mala, who is the brains. best friend and
Brotherhood of
lover.
Evil.
You know,
One of
Yeah.
DC's many gorilla villains. Yes.
yeah, he's a hyper intelligent gorilla. He at one point ate Catman. Catman came back because
Because they have 9
Eight
lives.
Catman. Wow.
Oh, Catman's cool. Catman had a real revival a few years back in the Suicide Squad, so he was pretty great. Oh no, he was the Secret Six.
Secret
But anyway,
Six, yeah.
6.
yeah, moving right along. But the idea is that Mad Mountain Marco keeps on getting eaten and destroyed, and he comes back because
As you do.
he is. As you do, because that's his job now. That's
Coming
why
back.
in the MC2 universe he's eventually the Kingpin, because he's just the last guy left, and he's already juiced himself up enough that he's like, I guess I'm the Kingpin now, and he wears his nice black leather jumpsuit, which is very.
Have we
very
veered onto like fan fiction here? What? I don't remember any of this at all.
No, the MC2
You
is
don't want to know the things Charlie's into, but
Last I saw Man Mountain Marco was in the Moon Knight thing, and he got his eyes gouged out, and that was it. What black suit?
No, the man has a history. I'm sorry. And also an alternate universe history in the MC2 universe. That's the universe which has Mayday Parker, Spider-May in it. Where the Spider-Woman of that universe, where she is the child of MJ and Peter. This is one where they decided, what the heck? Let's not reveal our identities.
might as well.
No, well, that one.
That's what the MC2's motto was. Might as well.
Yeah, it was a very fun. It was a very fun book.
It was
But
the late '90s. They're like, man, we got nothing to lose. Just go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Sweet nerd money.
Anyway,
Which brings us full circle. Sweet nerd money.
yes. Sorry.
Lilith, were there any variants to that thing? Do we know? No.
There's one, right?
What,
Was there
Omega?
one?
Yeah, there was one variant
I'm
for this.
surprised that they tried to squeeze out a variant for it as well. Wow.
Oh, you know what series we didn't mention, Lilith? Maybe our favorite, Woman Without Fear.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Elektra.
That was good. That was good, actually.
Yeah.
Although I'm very apprehensive now with what they're trying to do with Elektra. It's like we gotta go freaking get Frank out of the hand. So I don't care about what's going on right here. I don't care about Black and But we gotta fix this Frank thing with the hand.
Is anybody reading Punisher? Oh my god.
They tried to sneak in the Punisher on us while we were too busy with this. I see what they did.
The hand wants Frank to lead them. They've even resurrected his dead wife. Oh,
And she keeps asking where the children are. So you know.
Every time we bring this up, I say I cannot wait for that to go horribly wrong, and for
the hand will be no more.
The
do not want to piss the
Marvel
Punisher
Comics
off.
will not be able to properly express in visuals how violent.
And they died for 22 pages.
That's gonna be the last issue. It's just the blood of him cutting people's heads
That
off.
will definitely escalate very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm not collecting that, but it does seem interesting. I guess obviously Elektra and Daredevil will tie into that because I found it also when Elektra was saying at the end of Omega, you stick to your street muggings and car thefts. We've got bigger fish to fry. We're saving the world. I thought just let's.
It's gone to her head. It's okay.
Yeah.
From the hand, I mean. Okay,
well,
perhaps.
Well, what do they want to do in the Punisher
To be
comics?
fair, Tophamon took over the world a few weeks ago, so
you gotta get out of New York, man. You gotta get out of New York. Go do some shrooms and get out of New York. Let's all be like Matt.
Oh my god. I almost forgot. And then at that Matt's funeral, Jameson's like plugging his podcast.
Oh, that was terrible.
That's something me and Phil would totally. Here, take a business card. Take a business card.
I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss. Have you heard of the?
Here, this will make you feel better.
I can't believe it. Like he said, I've recorded the whole thing. It's like no.
There's people that do that. Honestly.
That's right.
That's a lot of people that get on Twitch and record real random stuff. So that's believable, unfortunately.
I'm sorry for your loss. I think you could use some dick jokes to cheer you up.
I mean, who doesn't love a good dick joke?
Hopefully everyone who listens to this
Except
show.
for Charlie. Charlie's too high class for us, but it's okay.
No, I enjoy
high-
any joke.
Straight from the high-class bunker.
Look, you know,
I thought that was right for
whether
a
it's
drop.
blue
I was
or
waiting for it to
whether
be
it's
silent.
orange, it's all good. It's
What?
all the
Charlie
same.
keeps us honest. That's why we love him. He keeps us honest.
If it's a cheap joke, I don't like it.
Okay.
That's all
If
we
it's a
want.
good
Only
joke,
the expensive ones. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Much like hookers and cocaine. Only the best.
It's like Mel Brooks. You know, Mel Brooks can tell a lot of really raunchy jokes, and he usually does it very well. And if you're not Mel Brooks, maybe that's not the joke for you. That's all I'm saying.
Oh. Charlie loves a dick joke.
Oh, there's a bit of a pause there.
When it's done good, yes. Look, a baby's arm holding an apple is a glorious visualization, and if you have three, all the better.
See, it's
Three
super
apples.
connected.
I like
You just experienced your first super connected live, guys.
Yes.
I
You
don't
know what's
know.
funny is there's a line in a Dead Milkman song about a baby's arm holding an apple, and I didn't get it until like many years later when I finally realized that was a dick joke. So it's like, oh, bravo.
Sometimes it takes time to
for the work
marinate.
you made me do. Well, but you have to get the context, and so you can utilize a statement in something that you don't realize is a dick joke at the time.
Sometimes I think that's
And
to
then
bounce
you're
around your head
oh
for a
my
while.
goodness.
That's
Oh
it,
my
Phil.
goodness, I now
Sometimes
realize
it has
what
to-
that joke was.
I'm just saying, all I know, the best thing that came out of this was the Thunderbolts book. I'm actually looking forward to reading a Thunderbolts book. I cannot
Really?
fucking believe it.
Really? Wow, I
Yeah.
never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth. Jeez.
No, it's the most interesting thing that came out of this. I'll just be real with you guys. Oh, and if they do War of the Roses,
Yeah.
those will be the two things. But like everything else was just like kind of ho hum,
I
par for
wanna
the
see-
course. We always have a kingpin like crisis every 15
Yeah.
years. This was
But,
this
I
was
mean,
literally due at this point.
I'd like to see Luke Cage just balance, because it seems like he's having a problem balancing being a mayor and just getting his hands.
The old
And I
Oliver
love that.
Queen problem,
I love that.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm keen to see stuff like that. You know.
Well, he's
I know.
bulletproof, so
I'm gonna be honest with
he's
you,
got that. He's got that edge.
My real anticipation is that they are doing this for the MCU so that all MCU properties will start talking about Mayor Cage. And they're not going to have the actor in the role because he's busy doing other things.
Evil. Go
But they're
watch
gonna
it
keep
on CBS or
it good?
no,
It's a
Paramount Plus.
fantastic show. It's a fantastic show. And the idea is like, no, we just made you mayor of New York City, and now we just keep on referencing you in the show.
No, yeah.
Oh
Because
no,
that-
it is a
something
very
with it.
short season. So if they really wanted him, he could actually work around that schedule. So
Yeah. Oh, sure. But I also think it's fun that he should be mayor of New York in the MCU.
I like that idea.
Because it makes
I think in the
sense.
comics,
That's
just in the comics.
That's the progress. Yeah, well, he is in the comics too. So he's going to be. That's who he's going to be in the comics. They're going to do it in the MCU too, because what else are you going to do with this guy who's bulletproof? and
especially since they
running
made
Harlem?
Kingpin kind of a clown with his Hawaiian shirt. So
Oh, then we do that.
I love that
We do that.
shirt. That's
Hey,
I
nice.
love it, but like compared to what we were doing in the actual Daredevil show, and then they go
I
to
know,
Hawkeye, and
it's
he's
like-
got. I was like, you son of a bitch, you did
He's
it!
got the pimp
You
hat
filthy
on,
animals
you know.
did it!
It
Hey,
was
man.
comic accurate, Lilith. And the nerds seem to like that for some reason.
I know, but like you can't have Vincent D'Onofrio looking like a chump. Yeah, like that's the number one sin. Number one
That's the
sin.
white
You don't
suit,
make
the
him
white
look like a
suit,
chump.
That's all we need. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think that we're going to see Vincent D'Onofrio's man boobs
He's
nearly as
pissed
much
about
as we
that
saw
Hawaiian
Fisk
shirt.
in this crossover, because we saw Wilson Fisk's man boobs a lot in this crossover.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we'll
Just
ever
the way
see Vincent
Russell
D'Onofrio.
likes it.
Hell.
Love
Oh,
Where's the Joker's nugget?
Oh, no, I got a good one.
Although to be fair, in the MCU, we
Those boobs
could get Doctor Who's thumb in a diamond
Nope.
for him to start utilizing.
What?
What is it, David Tennant? David Tennant, the
Oh,
Purple
yeah, yeah,
Man.
Oh,
You
okay.
guys
Oh.
He's 10.
I thought you meant.
I
I thought you
just
meant
don't-
Doctor Who, the character. I was like, what the? Well,
Well, Marvel did actually print Doctor Who comics before
They
Titan
did.
took over
Oh,
way
they
back in
did.
the day. So
They did.
Yeah.
stranger
And
things could
they
happen.
also have. They do have a TVA agent who is a Doctor Who pastiche, so it's all
not like
connected.
the BBC would ever find out. They're a mess over there. They got like 10 actors, 3 sets, and 4 scripts. They don't know what's going on.
It was actually
As an Anglophile, I can say that.
there was an old issue of
And the
Death's
Return
Head
of
where he
Christmas
hunted
special.
the 7th Doctor. And that was the only
What?
one
Really?
that didn't reprint in that Death's Head collection.
Oh, the original Death's Head. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess there must be something going on with the rights.
As it always
The
is.
7th Doctor. Which one was that? McCoy?
Right before
Yeah, that's
Sylvester.
McCoy.
Dunno.
Ray's
that's
just happy
accurate.
Marvel finally got the Predator rights.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, by the way, Ray, I did not get Moon Knight versus Predator. I got Batman versus Predator.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
whoa.
What was that, Lilith? What? I missed that.
No, when you guys asked you what I should have Arthur Saddam sign,
Yes.
and you said Moon Knight versus Predator, I actually got Batman versus Predator.
Batman.
Wait, is there a Moon Knight versus
Favorite
Predator?
character. Sorry?
No, but there should
Is there a
be.
Moon Knight versus?
No,
what was it?
I was,
Yeah, I know there's.
I was riffing off the Batman versus
Yeah.
Predator.
No, because he had a Moon Knight versus something, and I was like, I'm not familiar with that one. What is it?
Go ahead.
Moon
tell
Knight,
me.
no.
I just want to see the art.
Yeah, it's like it was like Moon Knight versus something.
They
So
all have a,
Oh. No, I'm not too sure. I've got to look
it
it up.
looked really old. He had it on his table, so
Versus Batman?
no Moon Knight.
Oh, okay, cool.
Moon
Well,
Knight.
no.
Moon Knight has
That's
done a
awesome.
lot.
Great.
He's been around since.
It's probably from like the old werewolf.
the werewolf guy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
You
what
know.
was that Marvel premiere or something? We'll probably saw something.
probably
like that.
something like that. Yeah.
Reprint or something.
Yeah.
Oh, the old Hulk magazine, maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, not for nothing. Most of these characters have been around for 50 years at this point, because this is
Too bad you can't
2020.
say 80. Sorry, that's the DC in me.
Oh,
Sorry, not to be that person.
I mean, you know, we can say that about freaking Captain America, sure, you know. And they have characters that can,
Namor.
you always bring
Oh,
them.
yeah,
Namor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Namor.
the original biscuit.
But he hasn't been consistently printed, so you know.
I know, which is a
So
travesty.
you know,
Fair enough.
that's why we have legacy numbering.
Although, man, this was the weirdest thing. This is something on the Disney website. It was like an old Marvel corner box, and it had Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Namor, the Beast, and like for the life, I don't think that's
The
a real
ultimate
corner box.
orgy.
It was like,
Stay tuned.
yeah, it was like some kind of weird. Well, that's
alluring.
kind of cool. I like it, but it's
Yeah.
like it's not the
Spider-Bites.
Defenders. It's not the Avengers. It's just a random collection of
Yeah.
superheroes. Oh, and Black Panther. And
Oh.
it was like, wow, that's an awesome superhero
Oh,
team.
that makes
And
sense now.
I think
Yeah.
that would be a great, like, choose your own superhero team corner box Marvel T-shirt.
Your
I think that's a
You're-
$1 million idea there, Disney.
your new West Coast Avengers, kids.
The Secret Defenders are back.
Oh, God,
Oh,
Your Great Lakes Avengers, ladies and gentlemen,
Right,
we will take the Great Lakes Avengers seriously now.
no.
Move
You
over,
should. They're
Boulder.
the best.
Wow. Oh.
Don't get me started. That man is a hero.
I'm just glad it's over. I'm going to be real with you guys. I can't do one more freaking crossover event. My mind is just
It was a
melted
long one.
together with all this.
There was a long, yeah. I mean,
It was a long
initially it was really. What was that? Just
I just felt like it was kind of overlong. in
oh no, I
places.
just wanted you to say it again, but you missed it. I was waiting for the drop there, but
Oh.
it was a long one. That's what you were saying. But you didn't fall into my trap.
Well played, Justin. Well played.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He
Danced
wanted.
around that one.
And Ray likes it long.
There it is.
Yeah, no, I'm just waiting for Daredevil #1.
I'm so
Yeah,
sick
me
of
too.
doing new number ones.
Yeah, true. There's the same team as well.
Oh, July
Shouldn't it be
1st, yeah.
Daredevil's #1? Shouldn't it be
Oh, yeah.
Daredevil's #1? Because there's two now.
Plural. Yeah.
Elektra's better than him. She needs her own lead title. She does not want to be
No, I
lumped
mean,
in
without a
with
doubt,
Matt.
I'm not arguing that point.
She doesn't want to be
I'm
lumped
just
in with that
saying.
schmo. Come on.
I said I love a long
I'm
black.
just saying.
And that's
Yeah, we got that on film.
It's even better.
That's a coffee.
Moonlight for slow
I
smelling.
was going to say yeah.
Well, if I'm sober, no chance in hell. If I'm drunk, there might be a chance. There might be a chance.
Anyway.
Just came in men's eye sockets.
The trick is to push up and out. Just saying.
Hey,
Say my name.
Scream it!
Man, I've been cutting up this episode for a week. Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway.
But overall, I think it was pretty good. I think Chip had a vision. It was a great vision. It just felt like the editors was like, hey, we should really pump the numbers on a few things.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were looking to promote a few things. Like I said, that Winter Soldier one shot was kind of promoting some Captain America stuff.
It's like, can we just let Falcon be Cap? Like, do we really need all the extra superfluous people? No.
Hey, man, if they can pump out two different titles,
because then there's
titles.
Oh, I know why they're not doing that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, be brave.
Yeah.
Be brave.
I mean, well,
what would Captain America do?
And it was great.
Well, again, along those lines, is that why?
Honestly,
is that why we have two Daredevils? Oh God!
Quite frankly, if we get Cap, Sam, we don't get back Ian. What's even the point? You guys don't know who Ian is, so that's fine.
I
know.
No, we do. It's just we don't agree with you, so we're just gonna let you have your moment.
Bring back some Jack.
He's got a symbiote girlfriend. If you want to see
who doesn't, says Sean Walker.
I'm just saying, it's a thing.
We need to bring back some Jack Monroe before we bring back some Ian. Come on.
Touche, good sir.
No, Jack. To be fair, Jack Monroe is dead.
Oh yeah, because in comics that always sticks.
Only Uncle Ben and the Waynes stay dead. Okay, Charlie.
To be fair, they have brought him back from the dead several times.
Oh, Flashpoint, man. Flashpoint Batman. I don't know about those Waynes.
Batman.
You know, no, he was...
Those are the DC equivalent of Skrulls. Hashtag change my mind.
Wasn't he kind of a Deathlock at some point?
Who?
If I recall correctly. Jack Monroe. He was like Citizen V for a minute.
Was he?
No!
Nomad Mark II.
He was Nomad. Oh, Scourge. He was like Scourge and Thunderbolts for like 5 minutes.
Right,
yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm meaning. Yeah, they put like some robots in his head, and as you do. And,
what happened to his dog?
You know, somehow the baby has grown up into a full adult at this point, so we don't even know how that works.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask.
Except for the She-Hulk statement that when you're off panel, you age normally.
No.
Which may, in fact, be a reality in the Marvel Comics universe.
That makes
if you
sense
are
for
not
Harry
on panel,
Osborn's
you do
Chucky
age.
Kid.
If Gwenpool didn't say it, I don't trust it.
Well, no, but she would know it. She would be the first one to say, "Oh yeah, no, the Bucky baby, she's a grown up now." Because she when Jack Monroe first went off the rails and Winter Soldier killed him, and again, expressly because they're identical. Fan theory, they were clones, but we don't even know if this Bucky is the real Bucky. That's all I'm saying. It's all clones. It's clones all the way down.
Horny Doombots, it's hard to say.
LMDs. Could be an LMD.
Yeah.
Same difference as a Horny Doombot changed my mind.
Yeah, but anyway, she would totally know that. But that is apparently the reality, is that if you are off panel, you do age. This is She-Hulk lore, written by John Byrne. And
John Byrne just loves adding his take on stuff. No tea, no shade. Y'all know I love John Byrne Superman.
He loves the rubber burn.
Do I need to know how Superman shaved? No. But do I know how he shaves? Yes. And that's
yeah. Vision and Human Torch were two separate things. Yeah.
Oh, good old John Byrne.
There's some quantum.
That's the guy we quote.
Yeah, let's rip the Vision apart. Yeah.
Oh, come on, that was fun. I love that.
All right, well, I know. All right, before I forget, I did get an email from Rebecca. So. Wow, Lilith. All right. She says, "Hi. Sorry I couldn't make the podcast, but 1 a.m. is going to be hard because of a full day of work. So sending in feedback as suggested. Devil's Reign works really well as a pause in Zdarsky's Daredevil run, picking up from where it left and leaving it with a new status quo that works. The overall plot and storyline work for me in ways many mini-events don't, but it suffers from too many tie-ins, as always, and they don't all add much to it. Love Luke as mayor and enjoyed seeing Danny working with him, which brings me on to the other things I liked about the event, getting to see more of the Marvel Universe play in Daredevil's backyard. So from that perspective, it worked very well for me. Sorry there's not more, but I think that you all covered far better than I could, and I'm chasing time limits for no. And of course, you had to sign it, Rebecca of Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast, and
original Moon Knight podcast,
the Moon Knight podcast,
D1,
and the Mortal Iron Fist, Sons of the Dragon podcast.
Oh, she could have left that off. Sorry, Connor.
You're welcome, Connor.
And I'm going to give a shout out to her other one, DCAU.
Yes.
The DC
I know. I'm
animated.
surprised she didn't sign it with that, but yes, she did. Maybe she was just.
I wouldn't either right now. DC's a mess.
Oh.
But their animated universe is solid.
No, not anymore, babes.
Oh, no.
Hasn't been for a decade, honey.
We'll see what that John Stewart.
I only know things from a decade ago, Lilith. So
Charlie's deflated. He feels you spoiled his. Yeah.
Wait,
spoiler alert! Charlie really doesn't care. It's DC. He can care less.
Wait, there's a new 52?
What happened to the old one?
There was a rebirth. Who got pregnant again?
If Ambush Buck was in it, I don't know. So
there's a Batman versus Superman.
What is this?
To be fair, I would, right now, Batman, Superman book.
Those guys got to work through their issues, quite frankly.
Batman, my favorite character. Gotcha.
No.
Although the DiMatteo stuff is pretty good, but before that, it was an absolute mess.
Anyhow, all right. So, any final thoughts?
We got like 10 minutes of plugs. Come on, Phil.
That's true. All right, let's let the guests. All right, so Justin, do yours first because you know Ray will be here for 20 minutes doing his
final thoughts. One thing I didn't get to mention was that I love Miles Morales' new costume. The magenta, magenta hoodie thing. I love that costume, and I wasn't sure that I was going to at first when I first saw the images, but then actually seeing it in a comic book and seeing him in action in this. I love that costume. I think it's great. And I was a little bummed about Spider-Woman's costume because I was one of the few people that liked that new one that happened last year. I was bummed when she went back to the original. And I was hoping for this crossover, she was going to dig that out and be like, okay, I'm on the run. I got to get my black
She can still
out.
use it. Yeah, she can still use it. We talked about it just being like, an alternate suit. In particular, maybe stealth or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have worked for the whole Ranky thing. So
no.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, but those are my final thoughts. My costume comments. I just love.
I was gonna say, and speaking of Spider-Woman, we miss you too, Sarah. And we couldn't get Sarah.
The real Spider Baby, because come on, Ray's old man Spider.
Oh!
This week we're talking Jessica Drew, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I just
got more than one Spider-Woman.
There are several.
There are several.
That's
yeah,
true. That is true.
That's true. That's true. Julia Carpenter did premiere in Secret Wars, which stay tuned for August. Yes.
But hey guys, just wanted to shout out a big happy belated birthday to Saren because it is her birthday weekend, hence she can't make it. So
happy birthday, Saren.
Happy birthday, Saren.
May your cake be full of wishes.
I believe. Doesn't she live close to Charlie Esser? Isn't she in Jersey?
She does not live in the hive of scum and villainy. I refuse to believe that.
I thought she said she lived in either Jersey or New York. Where?
Oh, she's near.
Those are two
Yeah.
very different
She's.
places.
Oh no. I know. I can't remember. She's about. She said she's about 2 hours from New York. I don't know where that would be then. To triangulate
Are you
that.
sure she's not in
Maine?
Pennsylvania?
Is it
No,
You could be in my neck of the woods.
I swear in one of
Is
the
it New
episodes.
Hampshire? Is it Massachusetts?
I swear in one of those episodes she said New Jersey. So you know,
Okay.
'cause-
No, I
Well,
refuse. She's
well,
not
you know, I heard-
credibility.
you know, I heard New Jersey, and I was like,
Oh, maybe she lives out in like Cape May. It's like South Jersey. You got to drive up to go over to New York. So yeah.
"Is it get out of here,
Bridge
Jersey?"
and tunnel, girl. Sorry.
No, yeah.
New Jersey.
All right, Justin, give us your plugs and all the stuff you do with that madman Russell.
Yes. So with my lovely co-host Russell, we have 2 shows. We have Tomes of Evil, the comic book supervillain podcast, and we also have Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is, where we talk all about
The strongest Hulk
everything to do with the
podcast.
Hulk. That's right.
Because it thought Superman, yes, hello.
The
I love it,
strongest
Justin.
Hulk podcast.
Yeah. I love it. Sorry, Justin, to interrupt you again. I love it when Russell just goes, "I just can't take it anymore."
I love that too. Yeah.
Sorry.
And
Gotta love
the
that,
Lost Library of Legends is coming out, hopefully within the next month or so. That's coming soon too.
They're coming for you, Phil.
What? They're never going to catch Ray.
Oh no! I think you're never going to catch Phil. I told you that.
And you can hear Justin's feedback every episode on Trapped in a World, too.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
Everyone loves doing it.
Do I not have knees?
Oh, hey! Crazy Disney crossover bit. Does anyone else think that King's Scream in Owl House is meant to be an homage to Howard the Duck's Wah?
Are you asking because Justin the Owl Osgood? Is that what...
I assume none of you know what Owl House is, but that's okay.
I haven't watched it. I've seen it. I've seen the solicit, but I haven't watched it.
Well, he does his power is like he goes wah, and it's like this supersonic, like destructo beam, and it's kind of cool. And it's like, hey, you know what? That's kind of like what Howard the Duck does, but Howard the Duck is not destroying buildings when he's doing it. So,
All right. So,
it's called
Justin, if you're...
synergy.
All right.
Between the Disney properties.
All right. Ray,
Yes,
what 50 podcasts do you do?
Oh no! Look, the easiest way to look. Just anyone wants to know, just contact me on Twitter at RayRayPod, REYREY Pod. Always happy to chat anything and everything. Comics,
Anything?
of course. No, comic based, please.
Oh, okay. No, I'm saying anything comics.
Batman.
Keep it PG-13.
Wow. Yes, actually.
Wow.
Tweet to me about Batman, and I will.
And what a terrible character he is. And why you should be in the Moon Knight. He's the priest of Khonshu. He's converting. Come on, Phil.
I am. I'm spreading the good word.
All to do with Batman.
Would you like to know about our Lord and Savior Khonshu?
Exactly. So yeah, just at RayRayPod. Go check it out. Got some shows.
All right. And of course, yeah, you can find us. You can email CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And of course, you can follow the Devil You Know, the Daredevil Podcast on Facebook, on Twitter. Find links to all the various social medias we do. The YouTube channel. Lil finally showed her face, so yes, you can see her pretty hair, right, Ray? On YouTube.
I show like every other episode. Come on, Phil. Don't be like that.
Charlie Esser is showing his breasts once a month. You show up every
only
other
for
episode.
pay.
You're gonna pay for Patreon for that, Phil.
I know.
Justin and I have
The plot demands it, Phil.
It's intrinsic to the plot. I know. Yes, that's right. So yes, and you should subscribe to the Patreon because yes,
Yes,
Like
join
it's
us on the
cool.
Patreon elite.
Reviews.
early access to creator interviews. We got Mr. DG Chichester every month,
I got the
Chichester chats.
and of course, like I said, superhero movie brackets where we'll find the worst superhero movie and
Even
Charlie
if it
Esser's
kills
good.
Phil. Which
And
it
it will,
might.
yes. May episode as these two patrons over there. No, we did Batman Forever versus Batman and Robin, and they were the tiebreaker.
That's right.
And then in June, these other two are going to really duke it out over Superman 3 versus Superman 4. So.
Ooh.
The best Superman film versus the worst.
The worst.
And I agree. And I agree.
Man.
Well, for different reasons.
Exactly. I know that's not a controversial statement.
It's not.
Because Lilith and I.
But they both think the other.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
So yes. So subscribe to the Patreon or pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics sidekicks.
Save a life or take one. Your choice.
Lilith Hellfire's motto. Anyway, find everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. All right, give or take a life, Lilith Hellfire. Where can people get a hold of you?
If you guys want to hang out with me on the interwebs while I'm sober, find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69.
What
and
day
of
is
course, Mondays between the hours of 8 a.m. and 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Find me on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69. And of course, on TikTok, making comments, not content. Get me to 669. Come on, I'm waiting. At Lilith Hellfire69.
Either do the 6 or do the 9. Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business. Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bro.
Charlie Esser.
Well, if you'd like to write to me in their old-fashioned email way the way our mothers and fathers once did, do so at superconductivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconductivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. And, of course, follow me on the Twitter, as I like tweet things when I feel like it, at Charlie Esser. That's CharlieEsser. Look for the 2 E's in the middle. For what?
For quality. Bing.
Thank you,
For
Maz.
something.
And remember, kids,
Us
on
is
most
always on the show.
and stay tuned in July, kids. Remember, Summer of '69
Summer
on most of our
69
shows.
is coming.
Hey-o!
How's your kids? How's your wives? How's your liquor cabinets?
Nothing better. Nothing
Spider-Man, Daredevil,
Hulk.
we're going to be Hulk on Capes, Thor on Avengers Declassified, and then, of course, we're also doing Green Lantern, Justice League. We're throwing in some random Dick Grayson 1969, and, of course, the one Ray's waiting for, 1969.
Batman.
Dick Grayson 69, Phil? Really?
And we got a Nightwing show. What do you want?
Do that West Coast Avengers 69 again as well. That was good. No,
Wait,
that one,
what?
the US agent one.
Wait,
a
Ray's
good
asking
one.
for West Coast 69. What is that?
Hawkeye.
That's a
Hawkeye
96, but
agent.
reversed.
Yeah, upside down. Upside down
They
69.
poop on each other. Yeah.
That's a thing.
It's none of my business.
That is a
I
thing.
don't
I am punch drunk from this roundtable, children.
Say it, Phil.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh yeah, in 2 weeks, I think, Lilith, we're doing the Inferno issues of Daredevil. So if anyone wants to send thoughts on
Yeah.
it's gonna be hot. And then in July, as you heard, Summer of '69. So with brand new Lilith Hellfire intro for Summer of '69.
Ooh, looking forward to that.
You're gonna hear that on every show.
So until next time.
Oh.
Is it going to beat
All right.
Man Thing March? Oh boy.
Hey, oh boy. All right, kids. Until next time, remember, it's better to be with the devil you know than the devil you know.
Don't.
It's all
It
devil
took Phil like a whole year, so let's give him a round of applause.
I'm special.
Great having